Fletcher with a long ball. Hill stuck his backside out. Jones, well played by Nicholson, the sub, wobbly. Jarrett did a good job actually. Brought it down as a goal, I think it is. And the goal comes to Howe. Jumping Jeremy.
It's been so good in the forward 50, Melbourne. 11 inside 50s for 6 goals this quarter. So their ability to score from their forward flows. Great contest then by Jarrett.
With skills, but you're kicking from 65. Just put the ball 30 metres out.
Yeah, to this spot here, perhaps.
Yep.
Maloney through some traffic.
That's
hands it out. Snap it. Goal. Howe. Knows how. Hot start, Demons.
Well, West Coast will be very, very disappointed with that. There's so many players that are around that contest to allow Melbourne players sitting off the contest. Have a look at this. You can't allow a bloke 20 metres out from goal to be standing facing goal, because that's exactly where you'd handball the ball.
And we know that Maloney is the #1 ranked player in the competition for clearances. That is just a magnificent build-up. You're right. The Eagles are half asleep at the moment. Well done, Melbourne.
On the kick. Ball back alive. Blees mops up that little mess to Maloney. Strong in the core. Keeps his feet. Hands off to Pettit. To half forward. Big fly over the top. Howe again.
He's looking for shining light. Looking for shining light. He is one. I've got no doubt he's going to be a beauty, Jeremy Howe. Turning into a very dangerous forward. Have a look at this for a magnificent jump. Then one of the hardest marks to come side onto the ball and have eyes of the ball. Magnificent grab.
Smith back. Hands to Scott Selwood. Just trying to clear long. It's all Melbourne here. It's 4-on-1. Jeremy Howe loves a big grab. Here's Howe.
Oh, Lyndon Dunn, own teammate, friendly fire.
The Demons just at the moment.
You know, they've changed over the key defensive post, the Dees. Jared Rivers.
Oh! Huge grab by Howe. We know he can jump. And Howe.
He does that every week, doesn't he? Just have a look at that Jeremy Howe mark again. The perfect sit on the back of Justin Sherman. And in the wet, terrific hands. Enzi on, hasn't seen him.
The fans are starting to roar for the Demons. High.
Oh!
Huge grab over the top. Howe again.
How about Howe? He's got a spectacular leap, hasn't he? If you're a defender, you've got to take that leap, that run up away from him.
Long ball inside 50 now. Seller flying out the back. Nice from Howe. We get used to that week in, week out. And another strong flying grab from Jeremy Howe.
Now, I hope he takes his 30 seconds here, because he'll need that. He needs oxygen. And he also needs just a steady, because that's a wonderful, wonderful grab. He actually jumped there without any over anyone. He just
had good hang time, didn't he?
He did. It was fantastic.
I'm a long way up. I've got to come down. Does that ever come through your mind?
Oh, I haven't gotten too high over my career, Lee, but yeah, look, I suppose taller players are more comfortable in the air.
So Howe, the man that we're talking about, eh? Well, this is it's only a little comeback. It's not a serious comeback, you wouldn't think, but for Melbourne in the last 5 or 6 minutes, this has been good.
Stop Reid first, so therefore he's just having to deal with that, and it'll take 12 months or so.
How did he do that?
You don't play on after a mark like that. You do not play on after a mark like that. You go back, Jono.
So the replay can be shown.
You've got to go back and take your kick and hold the ball in the air, and here it is
Here we
again.
go.
That is a fantastic mark, and that's a great mark. Well done.
Marked inside the club, but we just see him playing the same every week. Oh! And Howe does that once a week, and he's...
This is not being facetious. Lose interest. I mean, sometimes you get the big lead early and then you turn.
You get 1 or 2 out the other side. They seem to be doing it comfortably until they kick it out of bounds.
Jeremy Howe with another screamer. We said he'd get one at half-time, and he did. Have a look at this.
Oh, boy. That might be the best of them that he's taken this year.
That is, I reckon, close to mark of the year at the moment, boys.
He goes. Look at that.
Yep. Oh, boy.
He got the secondary push-off except for Martin too.
I just don't think I've seen a player. I know we've got Nick Nat and I know we've got Walker, but here's a player that is so comfortable when he gets halfway up, no doubt, that he looks to go even higher.
Yeah, he gets that secondary push. He gets to sit with the knee on the shoulder.
And then goes again.
And then he extends on that as well and gets a second elevation.
It's almost like a high jumper who has to make 2 movements to get over the bar. He's comfortable when he gets halfway up to make another one.
Jones with a minute to go. Howe, yes! Oh. We need one every afternoon. It's compulsory from Howe.
I reckon Jones set him up for what's essentially an alley-oop. He just put it up on his shirt and said, well, okay, let's see what we can do here.
Green sets it up. There it is! Jeremy Howe! Inside the last minute. Hallelujah!
Well, we've been waiting for 4 quarters for that.
He warmed up to it.
And that was fantastic. And he's just put the saddle on. Here he comes from 10 metres back. There you go, over the top of Rowan Bale. Near jump straight over the top of Jared Harbrow, and that is what we expect and love from this man when we come to watch the Dees every week.
Finally takes a big hanger, has signed a new contract for 3 years. This to finish the game in the best possible fashion for Melbourne. Yes, he does. And they are happy. Melbourne have won their 3rd game of the year. They've been too good today. And something to cheer about and wave about for their fans at last.
He's got Dunn wide, ignores him for the moment. Here comes Howe. Howe flies! How about that again? We expect it every week, and we'll speak about him at halftime, but he's almost become the sideshow of the main show. That was almost standard regulation stuff for Howe, but week in, week out, he is some light for Demons fans in an otherwise dark season.
Well, he had to bring the game alive. He's kicked 3 and he's going to line up for his 4th.
It's just a supreme leap, isn't it? He sets himself. Look at the spring. Up he goes.
Oh, that's great.
Hill will mark at half-back flat.
They're hanging on gamely here, the Dees, but Hill sends it to half-forward Andrew. Oh!
Over the top of him.
And he's got the dismount working well too now, isn't he? Just
That's great to watch.
It was better live. It looks great on telly, but it was even better live, wasn't it?
The joint skipper.
Oh, tough kick.
Oh, it's just set up.
He paid it too. He didn't quite hang on to it, but it blew out when he hit the deck.
And no prizes for guessing who it was.
If you were kicking out, now, that was almost like he's deliberately said, I'm going to see if Jeremy Howe can take mark of the year here. It was the perfect set-up kick. Just chipped it on the head of his teammate. Look at the run.
How would he have been in kick-to-kick at lunchtime?
Oh. He held it enough. It was definitely a mark.
Yeah.
You're right. It's the last place you go to in the air.
So Howe for Melbourne's first. Nice strike. It's fading a fraction, but it's there. And the Melbourne crowd have something to cheer about.
Magnificent. You're right, Joe. So if you're kicking out from full-back and Melbourne is zoning up, you need to identify where Jeremy Howe is, especially if you're going to give the ball some elevation. There's just an amazing grab there. I think, is it Toby Green?
Oh, yeah, big ask for Toby Green.
Just use him as a ruck bag. And he's just got a great vertical leap, isn't it? What a highlights package he's going to have at the end of his career.
Well, the chase was on. It was all Melbourne. Sylvia happy to take it. And then kicks deep into the pocket again. Oh, that's a great effort from Howe.
Beautiful kick from Sylvia too.
He can take them not just high, but low as well.
Gorn was on.
Yeah, he was. Howe just wasn't quite ready to release the kick.
You're right.
Gorn frustrated.
Well, Gorn was on Toby Green, so he had a huge height advantage there. He probably needs to kick it now because that was the option he should have went for early.
So Jeremy Howe, Demons really pressing at the MCG. He's taken some great marks over the time, but that might just be the best thing he's done for the Demons.
Well, it's all about taking your opportunities when they're presented, and Jeremy Howe's done that.
Chapman gets amongst them, and the Tigers have put the Dees away. Cotchin out of the centre. His work rate's phenomenal. Oh, Howe! All over Dunn and takes a thrilling mark.
Talk about highlight reels.
the end of his career, he's going to need a hard drive just to sort of capture it all. It's week in, week out, isn't it?
No doubt about that.
He's such a pure flyer.
Oh. And here's this fantastic Howe mark. I mean, he's a brilliant aerialist. One of the real greats over the last 2 years. I mean, he's just superb. A good goal today.
3 targets ahead of him here. Howe, Dawes and Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick led hard of the ball, left the other two, and Howe!
That's where you've got to get him with Rob Murphy. Take him deep. I cannot believe that in the early part of this year they tried to make Jeremy Howe a wingman midfielder. You know, you can
I
move up
agree
the
with
ground.
you. I agree with you, but there's a necessity. They just don't have midfielders.
Well, they're going to have to get some.
Just Howe with the mark and goal.
Okay, the first thing I'm doing now, if I'm... Yes, I mean, it's a great grab. Dawsey's not that appreciative of it. The first thing I'm doing now, if I'm the defensive coach of the Doggies, their goals are coming, Melbourne's goals are coming from marks from key position players, and it's been man on man each time it's going in there. So you're looking at, you just got to put an extra defender back there to be third man up against their key forwards as well. He can go longer over the top.
We talked about the Dogs. Oh!
That's why he plays in the forward 50.
Don't have to tell you who it is, just how it is.
Really, really low percentage kick.
I just want to ask you about Jeremy Howe. We've certainly been around footy for a long time, but have you ever seen someone who naturally does what he can in a short career that he's had? It is just so natural. It's like he's getting out of bed.
He's still got some numbers. Hunter bangs it long. Get ready for Jeremy Howe! We know how he does it!
You called for it, Hutto, and he delivered.
It's like kick. Here it is at one end. That is going to be a contender.
Not bad.
Oh, that's a magnificent grab.
Here we go again. Oh! Out of the full. There's a cracker again. Ow.